A new episode of the Amazing Digital Circus isn't coming out anytime soon, and there will be no new character. So, in this video, I will prove to you that Gooseworks sometimes tells us untruths on purpose. She probably does this to avoid accidentally giving spoilers, but there are also a few other reasons that you'll learn about in this video. The information the developers tell us sometimes may not be important, and that's okay. But if the information is about new episodes or characters, and the developers are going to lie to us, that would be very sad. Also, somewhere in the video, I hid a picture of Jax, and anyone who finds it will get secret information about the second episode of the Amazing Digital Circus. In general, Gooseworks is quite a weirdo in her own right. One minute she says she doesn't watch fan accounts or videos. The next she's commenting on them and asking that people not capitalize on untrue information. I am in no way judging Gooseworks, just looking at various facts about her and the new concepts. Gooseworks should only be thanked because she has given us many interesting projects, including an amazing digital circus. And yes, she is very angry at those people who try to remake the circus for their own show or add new characters and after that animate the whole thing. People do it for their own gain and income, without thinking about the consequences at all. For example, if Gooseworks has some idea it wants to implement in new episodes, it needs to look at fan account videos because that idea may already be used. This way, other people themselves can delay the release of new episodes and the series as a whole. After all, if Gooseworks adds her idea to the series, and it has already been used, for example, then the developer's channel can simply get a strike for duplication of content. Therefore, developers need to carefully filter the information they use. Once Gooseworks started commenting on such posts and chatting with other people because they became too popular. But when Gooseworks realized that things weren't going well and that it might affect the plot of the next series, she made a comic about the situation. After a while, she had to delete it because it gathered a lot of negativity. Eventually, after some more time, Gooseworks wrote a post about this whole situation, which she doesn't like because it might ruin the Amazing Digital Circus. Fans reacted quite interestingly. Some fully supported the writer and said it's all wrong, while others, on the contrary, said that fans should have fun. I would agree more with the second group, because it raises the question of what can fans do if there are no new series or any concepts from the developers. They can just as well enjoy themselves if they watch content farms. However, those who produce content on them get paid a huge amount of money to do so. Gooseworks is looking at the side of the fact that by giving big views and opportunities to such channels, it could put a damper on the main series, The Amazing Digital Circus. She believes that such content farms are not created to entertain people, but to make big money from such content. If the authors start throwing copyright to all such channels, the case may come to court. But the problem is that these channels have a lot of capital, which makes it possible to pay lawyers. Glitch, on the other hand, would be better off investing all of its spare cash into creating new episodes so that the series comes out faster. In the end, other people think about themselves, and Glitch thinks about us. But Gooseworks is positive about real fan content, even though it's very hard to find nowadays. But I understand that Gooseworks is not going to throw copyright to everyone, but just asks us, viewers of the Amazing Digital Circus, not to fall for such traps of other people. After all, the more people watch content farms, the more they help them grow and make more money. By the way, content farms are probably the reason why the release of the second episode of the Amazing Digital Circus is delayed, because the authors have to constantly change something and make everything unique, so that in the new episodes, everything will be for the first time. That's why Gooseworks advises viewers not to watch any parodies of the Amazing Digital Circus or any new characters, so as not to promote content farms. Because if there are no views, there will be no money. And therefore, such channels will probably not release new videos, because I'm more than sure that they also spend a lot of money on creating animations. Now it's worth talking about the fact that Gooseworks may be lying to us somewhere. She herself has stated in her tweet that she may lie to us sometimes for her pleasure. And yes, this could immediately tell us that a new episode of the Amazing Digital Circus won't be released anytime soon, nor will there be any new character. That possibility is there, as we don't have any confirmation. And here also the author herself has informed us that sometimes she can lie for fun. Therefore, this information can refute the fact that each character will be devoted to a separate episode. And even more so, we know that there will be 8 episodes in the series, and the characters are only 6. However, this gives rise to my new interesting theory that Gooseworks is doing this on purpose not to make us laugh, but to surprise us very much. After all, she gives us some hints and then says that she just might be lying to us. This gives us a misunderstanding of what's going to happen next, meaning it creates some intrigue. After all, in fact, everything that the developers have written to us cannot fail to come out. Something from all the information should definitely appear in the new episode. And what if we imagine that Gooseworks told us the wrong age of the characters? After all, like Kinger could be 48 years old, and Pomni is only 26 years old. That's a pretty big difference. And maybe that's something we'll have to find out in the future. And if it really isn't true, then we can't guess who in the Amazing Digital Circus has been around the longest. Suddenly, did Kinger even arrive at this place already, after all the characters except Pomni? We can't know that for sure yet, because we have no confirmed information. And as we now realize, this information can only be confirmed in the new episode, because as we understand, the developers can't be trusted. Even with the fact that sometimes developers can lie to us, information about the Amazing Digital Circus should only be taken from official sources, either from Glitch's official YouTube channel or official Twitter accounts. Because lately, artificial intelligence can do anything. For example, substitute the voice of a real person, or generate a video or photo with a person. As an example, I want to cite the situation that already happened with Glitch. The voices of Gooseworks and Michael Kovac were spoofed by artificial intelligence, and they found out about it themselves. People can't influence such scammers, and can't do anything to them. So before you trust any information, make sure that it came out on the official channel or Twitter account. And be careful when searching for Gooseworks on Twitter, because there was a person who made his account look like the real one. There have already been some unpleasant incidents because of this, and the creator of this Twitter account was not harmed in any way. Although because of him, some kids started to hate Gooseworks or receive just terrible messages in response. In the end, I want to point out all the main points I discussed in this video. The first one is that you shouldn't always trust the authors of the Amazing Digital Circus. However, if the information is really some serious information, it could be true. The second thing is, as Gooseworks says, you shouldn't watch content farms because it can kind of ruin the Amazing Digital Circus series. It's better to only watch information from verified sources of information. What do you think about the veracity of information from developers? Do you trust them? Be sure to write your opinion in the comments, and also write the fragment where you saw the picture with Jax. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Good luck to everyone, and bye-bye.